If someone knows what they need to do in their life, they should just do it.
No matter what.
I've always sailed, I've grown up on boats.
And I just love the ocean.
I always loved extreme things.
And I always chose to do what I wanted, especially anything to do with water.
My name is Laura Dekker, and I am the youngest person ever to have solo circumnavigated the world.
Individualism is when someone figures out what they really should be doing and they just do it, even if the whole world is against it.
If they fail, they stand up and they just keep going. When I was 8, I started racing. When I was 13, I decided to sail to England. On the way back, I really just thought, okay, what am I going to do next? I wanted to do something bigger, so that's when I had the idea of sailing around the world on my own. Then I just started preparing.
I thought this was a great idea. I've got a boat that can do it, so what's the problem? Well, it turned out there were a lot of problems.
14-year-old Laura Dekker dreams of becoming the youngest person to sail solo around the world.
I had a lot of people saying I couldn't do it or I shouldn't do it.
A panel of judges has ruled she's still too inexperienced to try to make the journey.
But that was not a battle that I was going to give up. I felt ready and I needed to live my dream. It was actually one of the earliest memories that I have of my strong individualism.
The judges have decided to make her wait.
It took almost a year and 8 court cases, but at some stage there was a judge who just said, okay, I think this person actually knows what she's doing.
We won't stop her from going. I was super excited.
It was just a big jumble of pretty much all the emotions that you can possibly have.
I couldn't believe it. The 21st of August, 2010, I finally left on my big trip. First, I went down to the Canary Islands and the Cape Verde. After 17 days at sea, I finally reached the Caribbean. It started out fantastic. You get to navigate and cook and live on your own. Of course, there are squalls and storms, and quite often you can't actually see them coming, which can be kind of creepy.
Well, I have a little bit of wind right now.
I went through the Indian Ocean, where I encountered a lot of storms.
Laura had to weather winds of up to 47 knots. There were more heavy seas to battle across the South Atlantic.
Of course, along the way things broke, so I had to do a lot of fixing on my journey.
Of course there were moments that I was like, what the hell am I doing out here? But I never wanted to stop.
I then sailed from Australia to South Africa without stopping, 6,000 nautical miles in 48 days.
Determination, perseverance, quite a bit of courage. Needed a lot of that. In the beginning, sailing was the means to get away from everything and everyone.
But then I started to realize how beautiful the world really is and how amazing it is. I encountered the most beautiful islands, and I met locals that were very different from what I knew.
All the things I learned, all the things I'd seen just became so much more valuable and so much more relevant than trying to set that record. It really emphasizes the point that you should just be yourself, because in every country people have different ways of living, and that's a beautiful thing.
Another non-stop voyage from South Africa straight to the Caribbean.
And exactly 10 years ago, I arrived in St. Martin. That actually officially made me the youngest person to sail around the world.
Laura Dekker looked steady and confident as she jumped ashore to the cheers of her fans and the embraces of her family.
Genius is setting your own course and daring to do the things that you want to do. Even if people say you can't do it, just go for it, because that's what geniuses do. Don't be afraid to fail. Follow your heart.
Anyone can be a genius.